You know that feeling, right? That restless, antsy, unfocused state where your mind is just wandering? Yeah, that's boredom. And it's probably one of the most frustrating feelings we have to deal with. But what if we've been looking at it completely wrong? Today, we're going to flip the script and explore boredom not as a problem, but as a secret superpower. Seriously, think about that. What if this thing we try so hard to escape, scrolling on our phones, finding any distraction, is actually a massive opportunity in disguise? Let's dive into how this feeling we all dread can actually be a catalyst for some pretty incredible growth and creativity. All right, so to really understand its power, we first have to get a handle on what boredom actually is. Because it's not just about having nothing to do. Nope, it's a very specific state of mind. What we're learning is that this feeling usually pops up because of monotony or just a general lack of real, genuine stimulation. You can almost think of it like a notification from your brain. It's basically pinging you and saying, hey, this right here, this isn't working for me. I need something more. So, what is actually going on up there in our heads when we feel this way? Well, it turns out there's a fascinating biological story unfolding, and it all revolves around our brain's reward system. This definition really hits the nail on the head. Without a clear goal or something to focus on, your brain is kind of stuck in neutral. Your thoughts just start to wander all over the place, and that's what creates that super frustrating feeling of being mentally adrift. At the end of the day, it really comes down to brain chemistry. See, when we're engaged in something, our brains release dopamine. That's the chemical that makes us feel motivated and rewarded. But when we're bored, whoosh, those dopamine levels drop. And our brain, well, it starts desperately looking for a fix. And that explains exactly why we instinctively grab our phones for that quick hit of easy gratification. Okay, so we get what boredom is and why it happens. But here's where the story takes a really interesting turn. What if this uncomfortable, restless state is actually a good thing? I mean, this is our default setting, isn't it? The second we feel that discomfort, we try to fill the void with any distraction we can find. But here's the thing. In that mad dash to escape, we're missing out on a huge opportunity. This right here is the core idea. Think of boredom as a circuit breaker for your brain. It literally interrupts your autopilot, your day-to-day routine thinking, and it forces you to look for something new, something more meaningful. In a way, it completely shatters your complacency. And that's why it's so important to stop seeing boredom as this empty void and start seeing it as a signal. It's a little nudge from your own mind to just reassess everything, to reevaluate your goals, rediscover what really drives you, and go out and actively hunt for new inspiration. Now, this all sounds great in theory, but how do we actually put it into practice? How do we take this feeling and turn it into something useful and productive? Here's a really simple but powerful game plan. First, just embrace it. Stop running from the feeling and just sit with it for a minute. Then, use that moment to assess. Ask yourself some really honest questions. And finally, go create something. Your brain is in this wide open state, so take advantage of it. Try a new hobby. Talk to someone new. Just do something different. A good way to think about it is like this. Boredom is like plowing a field. It turns over the soil of your mind, getting it ready for new seeds of thought to be planted. It's in that quiet, unfocused state that you can suddenly make these surprising connections and come up with your most creative, innovative ideas. So let's tie this all together. The goal isn't to get rid of boredom forever. That's impossible. The real goal is to completely change your relationship with it. So the big mindset shift is this. Stop seeing boredom as a failure, like you're not creative enough or interesting enough. Start seeing it for what it truly is, a powerful internal compass that's trying to point you toward a more meaningful direction. It's not a problem you have to solve. It's an invitation to grow. So the next time that restless feeling starts to creep in, don't just immediately reach for your phone. Just pause. Listen to what it might be telling you and ask yourself, what amazing thing is this boredom trying to make space for in my life?